Lyria was hers no more. Meve now had to flee her capital and realm as quickly as she could. Wont to travel the city streets in a gilded carriage, the queen now saw them from a slightly different vantage point.
Is this the only way? Are you quite certain? The queen is a common fugitive now, so she'd do better to pinch her nose and whinge not at all.
At long last, Meve reached the gate. Yet this she found shut tight, locked and guarded.
Gods be damned.
Easy, your grace. Nothing we can't solve with a quiver full of quarrels. Those are our men. They were, Reynard, were.
Gascon's raiders were poised to loose their bolts, but were thwarted when the queen stepped out in front of them.
What sheep? Your Majesty, I've orders to arrest your grace.
Place me in irons, then.
Please understand, I haven't a choice.
Fear not. You'll be rewarded by Caldwell in Nilfgaardian Florence.
The captain's head dropped. His cheeks burned crimson.
Go, your grace. Flee now, but only to return.
Remember this, Gascon. I'm no fugitive. I'm a queen, robbed of her rightful crown. And though I may need to venture to the world's end before I return, I shall have it back.
Nice. Baka makin seru nih petualangannya.
Queen Meve ventured into Edirn, her old friend Reynard and new ally Gascon at her side. The war had bitten into this land too. Still, Meve hoped to sway King Demavend to her cause, and with his aid, to oust the traitors, retake her throne, and drive the Nilfgaardian invader from her realm. Yet to start, she was forced to fight, Scoia'tael no less. Emerging from a wood, Meve's retinue encountered a unit of elven rebels just moments from hanging a handful of prisoners. Among the latter, the queen spotted a woman, a proud warrior with a striking, thick black braid.
The lass I believe I know.
Well, unless we rush to her rescue, it'll soon be you knew her.
Well said. Lyrians, attack!
Eliminate the Scoia'tael executioner. After 2 turns, understand boost half by the power of the unit on the right, then move to. Okay. Move Rika to the other row on the underside and one on the other side. Set unit. Okay.
Hang the butcher! Below her!
Nay, Duambe came.
She can't breathe, your grace. We must rush to her aid.
What?
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
Free the warrior!
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
we will see who is weak.
The elves! Scatter them! They block our path!
Aduh, kayak salah deh.
We're too late.
Having fled Lyria, Queen Meve...
Spala, terus oke.
Hang the butcher! Below her!
She can't breathe, Your Grace. We must rush to her aid.
The unworthy shall be punished.
If you have antibody on the field. Waduh, salah lagi.
Watch your heads!
Admiral and Shay.
Free the warrior!
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
None shall tread on us!
The elves! Scatter them! They block our path!
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
Okay, nice.
The Scoia'tael warriors shocked the Queen with their speed, their cunning, and their cruelty.
1,000 thanks, Your Grace. Heard many tales of your valor. Pleased to see they weren't just flattery and propaganda.
Black Rayla. Haga, we saw you there. You command King Demoven's special forces.
That's right. Though not many remain to command.
So I see. How did it come to this?
My liege sent me to wipe out a Scoia'tael band, led by a rat called Eldain. Followed the vermin's tracks for several days, straight into his trap.
Hunting elves in the woods. Truly inspired, I must say.
Had no choice. Doing nothing would have brought us surer, swifter doom. The Black Clad have invaded Edirn, thanks to elven aid. They snap our supply lines, lurk like dogs, prey on vulnerable units and scouts.
You mean to say Nilfgaard's broken your defenses?
Aye. Though their march will soon halt, believe me. To advance, they'll have to take Rosberg, a stronghold that's yet to fall once. They'll break against its wall.
While Edirn stands, the north is not yet lost.
I'll convey your grace's words to the king at the first occasion.
I'd rather hope to convey them myself. I have come to Edirn seeking aid. I wish to ask Demoven for support.
The king is in Rosberg, overseeing siege preparations. I'm heading that way too to report on our skirmish with the Scoia'tael. I might serve as your guide. These lands I know better than any.
Excellent.
Okay. Sebelum ke sana kita coba cek campnya dulu. Kita bakal settingin beberapa kartunya. Oke, ini udah ada updatean ya. Oke. Kita coba ini dulu ya, gengs. Apa yang kita harus butuhin? If in hand deck or the battlefield, strengthen self by one whenever an enemy or allied card. Pay a card from your deck. If in hand deck or the battlefield, strengthen by whenever character unit is destroyed. Oke. Karena kita pakai mati ke trofi, pakai itu juga boleh. Kalau ini kayaknya udah kepake sih. Oke, ini efektif sih. Butuh berapa? Oh, kita bisa bikin ya, geng. Ini mark unit boleh banget sih. Boleh sini terus. Set unit power. Terus ini boleh. Kita pakai yang ini sih. Oke, berarti boleh.
Oh, and I refused it. Best to sleep beneath the stars, little chance of a folk.
One sees very few women in the ranks, let alone literally. But how exactly?
I was 15 when I went to enlist, but the sergeant in charge of signing folk up told me to scurry on. We sat down at the table across from each other. He laughed and rolled up his sleeve. Then I just followed up.
I must go. We'll speak later. Tell one thing, that he must have plotted treason for months, years even.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Your Grace.
Easily said. Ugh, if I'd only realized it in time.
Nilfgaard would have found a different traitor, or sent an assassin north. It was unavoidable what happened. The Blackclads would have attacked in any case, and we'd have stood no chance to defeat the foe in open battle, repel him, drive him out.
So, had you been there when the peers assembled, you also would have voted to bend the knee?
No. My honor would never have allowed it. I'd have thrown myself into the fire, and probably died a fool for it. As matters stand, I still have a chance to thwart the invader. It seems, in a twisted turn of fate.
How has it come to this? I, Queen, and you, General Reynard Odo.
I do so proudly, Your Grace.
You must be joking.
Your Majesty, under your husband I served 10 years, under you another 8. And never in that time did I fight for a more worthy cause. We seek not to grab land, or stifle a peasant revolt. We fight for all the North, and you alone didn't give up. Didn't even consider bending.
Yes, all true.
Your struggle has but begun, Your Grace, and I will do all in my power.
It's time I attended to other matters.
Your Grace, how fortunate.
I'm trying to behold Sir Ake, yet I cannot be sure what.
Reynard and Gascon, my lady. Caught in...
Oh, that. Indeed they are.
Good. Games of chance, good. Why, they are evil's very claws.
I wouldn't worry about Reynard's heart, Sir Ake. As for Gascon's... Besides, they're getting along, that's what matters. If cards do the trick, so be it. Does the good book contain an answer to every question?
Each and every query, without exception.
What does it prescribe a mother betrayed by her son? Tender forgiveness or unflinching firmness?
A moment while I ponder. There's a verse in chapter 2. A child who doth with waywardness defy his mother and father deserveth discipline most severe. Strike him thus.
But one could interpret that any way one wishes.
To thine own self be judge and ruler, spoke the prophet Lebioda. For thou alone shalt answer for thine deeds before thee.
There's a certain wisdom to those words.
Yes, Your Majesty. One need but gaze deeply into the verses.
Farewell, Ake. So, Gascon, the soldier's life, does it suit you?
About the same as the bandit's life did.
I beg your pardon?
The tents are cold, the food's shite. On the plus side, plenty to... A skirmish here, a scuffle there, Nilfgaardians what...
Requisition, you mean?
Oh, please.
The Duke of Dock.
Not certain I should tell you.
I insist.
So, thing is, I'm a werewolf of sorts.
Did I hear werewolf?
Of sorts. You see, when the full moon glows in the night sky, I transform into a creature that's half man, half dachshund. And then all the other hounds of the night hearken to my command.
Oh, forget I asked. I can't stop wondering. How did your strays break into the tower in Lyria?
They exploited its chief weakness.
What weakness is that? I oversaw its construction.
All tremendous, I'm sure. But how much do you pay the guards?
What? I don't know. The garrison's commander is in charge of that.
Let me tell you then. Not much, Meve. Not much at all. From atop a throne, it's hard to spot the little things. Example, a guard hard up for coin, or one with ambitions. But take any castle.
It's time I attended to other matters.